Hey, good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. It is 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. on the West Coast, as we are 30 minutes away from UFC Vegas 23, some midday mixed martial arts, some morning and midday mixed martial arts. We are here for the People's Pre-Fight Show, where we take your questions, we get your thoughts on the festivities that are about to take place at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. It'll begin with Impa Kasanganay versus Sasha Palatnikov. It'll end up a weight class in the middleweight division with a fight between Marvin Vettori and Kevin Holland, and it all kicks off in just around 30 minutes or so. I am Mike Heck, being joined by José Youngs. He's here. There he is. What's happening?
Very early. It's 8 in the morning.
Very early.
On the left coast.
And on the ones and twos, also on the left coast, the man, the myth, the legend, baddest stash in MMA media, Casey Leydon, drinking his coffee.
It's early.
Yes. Yes, it sure is. AK is supposed to be here, but I don't know where the hell he is. Maybe he is here. I don't see him.
Look at that.
No, there he is. There's AK. So no
sad.
birthday celebrations to be had. But hey, we're just about there. Bellator happened last night. It was a card. But I have a feeling this one will be a little more action packed, I guess you should say. And I'm excited for it. There's some good fights, some movement on the lines. Not a ton. Marvin Vettori is an even bigger favorite than he was yesterday. Some money coming on Mackenzie Dern, so that line's a little bit closer. Some of the lines are getting further apart, but there's some fun fights. No doubt about that. But we want to hear from you. This is your show. Your questions, your thoughts, your favorite fight on the card, your low-key banger that no one's talking about. And why is the correct answer Jack Shore versus Hunter Azure? No one's talking about that fight, but it's a really good one. So what are you looking forward to, Casey? What's your low-key banger?
I'm really interested in how Dern's gonna look. I've kind of I don't know if I've underestimated her, but she really surprised me in her grit in that third round when she fought Jandiroba, when the fight was still up for grabs. It was tied 1-1. And she has shown remarkable improvements since working with Jason Perillo down at Ruka. So I'm like, okay, that lady can fight. So and now she has a very big test against Nina Nunes. Nina Nunes. Sorry, very early. I was like, wait, did Nina change? Did Nina change her first name? I was like, well, no, it was her last name. But no, I'm excited about that. And Hunter Azure and Jack Shore. There's a lot of good fights actually on this card. Excited. I'm excited for daytime fights. So after it's all over, I can go, have a nice afternoon stroll in the park. How fun is that?
Oh, there you go. It'll be more like an evening, maybe like early night stroll in the park for me, but I'll probably do that. I probably will do that. What are you looking at, Jose? What's like your deepest cut of all?
I'm excited
Speaking
to
of
watch
deep
William
cuts.
Knight fight. I'm excited to watch William Knight fight because that man is, as we say in the business, looks good getting off the bus. Like if he ever decides he wants to fight in a lower weight class for whatever reason, it's not going to be humanly possible. The dude looks like a moving wall. So anytime someone like that, or as Big E, former co-host of the A Side, said on his podcast, the New Day podcast, when they were talking about, because Mike, you and I watch wrestling, Casey, you watch wrestling, and the big thing nowadays is like the work rate and like the high action flips and all that kind of cool stuff. And Big E's like, forget all that. I want big meaty men just slapping each other. And William Knight checks that box for sure. And then I'm obviously, everyone remembers the 5-week Fun Island trip. And for like the first chunk, all I could talk about was Mateusz Gamrot because I am such a fan of Mateusz Gamrot. Mm-hmm. He just ran into Guram, which I actually think, like, rewatching that, I don't think even Guram was like, I probably lost this fight. So I think that, I don't know. I'm not using the word robbery because it was very close. And I think Guram won fair and square, but I think there's a legit argument that Gamrot won. And I'm not hanging my head yet because as we've seen, like Marlon Moraes lost his first UFC fight. Manel Kape has lost his first handful of UFC fights. So For every Michael Chandler, you get because obviously Gamrot was a champ at in KSW. So for every Michael Chandler you probably get a couple Manel Capes and Marlon Moraes. So I'm not ready to hang my head yet on Gamrot. So I'm very excited to see how he rebounds from his first UFC loss.
You know who also
That
is
is
a
a
KSW
great
champ?
fight.
Jan Blachowicz, KSW champ.
Yeah, and
They just need a little seasoning.
Give it another time, yeah.
There's a million of them.
No. Well, how many
Yeah.
UFC champs have we had that have been KSW champs? I know Carolina. Well, Carolina wasn't a champ, but Carolina was their champ.
Probably just Jan.
Yeah. So you said a million, so I was
Left.
like, wait, did I miss some?
Ariana Lipski? Wasn't she a
Yeah, but she
KSW
wasn't a
champ?
champ. She wasn't a UFC champ.
Oh, you're saying who was also
That's how many?
Jan's.
Millions of them.
I'm late to the conversation, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This, I should mute. Hold on, put myself on mute.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we've had
Oh man.
a lot of unhappiness in the comments.
I embarrassed myself.
That is a great fight though, Mateusz Gamrot, and I think
love
Scott Holtzman is like the perfect opponent because he's going to scrap with Gamrot. This is no easy fight whatsoever. The odds have Gamrot as a -225 favorite, but I mean it's an interesting fight. Holtzman's going to be in his face.
Because everyone keeps thinking about him
good.
getting just decapitated by Beneil Dariush, but Beneil Dariush missed weight that fight too. So Holtzman didn't even need to take that. He chose to keep the fight and then got KO'd badly.
And getting KO'd by Beneil Dariush isn't, that sucks that day, but that's not a horrible loss on your resume.
Sure.
I like Scott Holtzman.
Yeah.
So I hate this fight. I like Scott. I don't think he's gonna win, and I kind of want him to get a win. So I feel bad because I'm a person.
Yeah, if he can keep it on the feed, he's got a shot. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, he might. Yeah. That's what a tough. Just the matchmakers are not very nice to Scott Holtzman.
No. Hi, AK. Good morning, buddy.
Hello, guys. Thank you for your patience. I should have been on earlier. For some reason I thought when one of the fights got canceled that they were going to change the schedule, but it was 11:30 the whole time. So my mistake.
It's okay. I didn't know until like 17 minutes ago that they didn't change the start time. So there you go. All right. What are the peeps saying? We got anything?
Peeps? Oh, yes. Here we go. I like these.
Which type of post-fight interviews do you guys prefer? Kevin Holland's witty answers or Marvin Vettori's enthusiastically angry celebrations? Now, I will tell you before I'll let you answer, AK, what I am looking forward to, if Marvin Vettori wins, how he's going to be able to clean up the language for ABC, if he can clean up the language for ABC. I don't think there's any chance that happens, but it'll be interesting to see him if he even tries. But what are you looking?
Yeah.
What do you prefer, AK? Do you prefer Kevin Holland's wit and personality or Marvin Vettori's anger?
I'll definitely go with the anger in this case, especially since you mentioned it's on ABC. I'm gonna love, I do the live quotes and stuff for our Twitter account. So I usually like to be able to hear what the fighters are saying after, so we can kind of tweet out their comments. So this is probably just gonna be me like kind of trying to have to perceive what he's saying because I bet half it's gonna be bleeped out. So I'm just gonna have to put like Vettori very fired up after win. I think he called out so and so. Like I'm just gonna have to guess, or hopefully someone else on Twitter will have the uncensored comments. So I guarantee. I think we have it on TSN up here. We're not getting any of that. This guy's post-fight celebration if he wins. So I do prefer that. I think it's a little more genuine, and I'm not saying genuine is always better. I think like if we could have a kind of maybe a slightly calmer, more thoughtful Vettori, that would be cool. But if I have to choose between these two options, I do like the anger. I don't know if I find Kevin Holland that witty. I've kind of missed this before. I'm not, I think personality, a ton of personality, outspoken, great. I don't think there's very few fighters who I'd consider witty. I don't even know if I can name one. Like witty and clever.
Kevin Holland loves puns. He's like he loves riddles. Yeah.
Again, not witty or clever. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're anti-pun.
I'm pro intelligence, so I stand by my statement.
Oh,
and I'll go with Angry Marvin. I'll go with Angry Marvin tonight. Hopefully, I'll go with Angry Marvin.
Wow, early morning AK is a grump. Jeez,
yeah. Look, this is I'm all off. I'm all off. I shouldn't have come.
Anyone prefer the wit of Kevin Holland over the incredible hulking anger of Marvin Vettori?
I prefer whatever the hell is more authentic. That's all.
Yep.
That's all I want. That's all I want. Just be yourself.
Care less. Yeah, I could care less what you do as long as you're not pretending.
Yeah. That's about it.
Go.
Yeah.
If you're like it's like saying, oh, what do you prefer, like Jonathan Martinez or like Kevin Holland? Like, they're both genuine people. They're just both completely different people, and that's all I care about.
Yeah. And
go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Go on. No, you go on.
I was gonna make a joke, but keep going.
AK loves jokes. No, I just
it's good to laugh.
But their two personalities is actually kind of so much of the reason why I love mixed martial arts, because they're just two totally different types of people. But at the end of the day, they're doing the same damn thing. You know, train their ass off to beat another man up for a bag of money. So that's what I like about it. And they get to wear the same clothes, so that's cool, though.
That's right. That Venom gear. We're going to see it.
Yeah, with fangs.
Crystals and coffee. Let's go. We don't even have a fiery tweet, did we, AK? I didn't even think about that.
I of course there's a fire went off. Of course I did.
Oh, you did?
Oh, of course. The
least I stand corrected.
The least I could do for my boorish behavior, Mike, to make up for my boorish behavior.
AK, what's your favorite big pun song?
I only know the one. I only know Still Not a Player. That's it. I don't even think I can name another one. Yeah.
Damn, man. I'm a big pun guy.
We talked about this a little bit on the preview show. What's up with this new quiet, focused, glasses wearing Kevin Holland? AK likes it.
Sure.
I mean, we'll see what happens. But listen, you could say what you want, but if you listen to Rafian Stotts, he has a totally different story about Kevin Holland and what he's presented, because apparently, and I've actually confirmed this, there was a little bit of a backstage skirmish where Kevin Holland tried to steal some ciabatta bread from Marvin Vettori, and things got a little testy. And I have reached out to some folks who would know the answer to that question, and they told me that it is true. And I've also been told, but I'm not going to say it here, that more tomfoolery has been done since then. So there you go. I'm not allowed to say it, but that was just the beginning of. Maybe it's a front, is all I'm trying to say.
I see a lot of people asking, does he look more focused? Will this affect his performance? He wasn't talking at the face-offs. And I'm like, I kind of go with what we said already. It's like, guys, I don't think it matters. We'll know when he steps in the cage and if he wins or not. There's zero way to predict, I think, like how he's going to perform based on, as I said, whatever he happens to be doing on camera, wearing glasses, not talking. You know, it doesn't matter. It's going to matter when we see him fight. If he talks a lot and he wins, that's great. If he doesn't talk and he wins, that's great. Either way, it's about the performance in the cage. Again, Casey kind of pretty much said that, and so. Yeah,
what I am interested in though is when Vettori does eventually take Holland down, and Holland's on his back, and Holland on his back is so dangerous. He's just so active with his elbows and everything. Mm-hmm. When he fought Jacare kind of participated in that kind of like, oh, I got you, you got me. It wasn't really trash talk, but they're kind of, they're talking, But with Derek Brunson just ignored it completely. He's just like, I'm just gonna hold you down, keep position, and you can just talk about it. I'm not gonna even respond to you. I don't think Vettori's gonna be that way. I think Vettori's gonna be more on the Jacare side, and just like not smile and talk back, but he'll, I don't know. I'm really interested in it. I don't think it's gonna affect the fight, but I thought Derek Brunson did a great job of not kind of getting into not letting Kevin Holland control that type of I don't know, control the fight, but he's kind of controlling the mood of the fight. So it's a curious fight. It's a curious fight.
Something really weird could happen in this fight. Marvin is like legitimately an angry dude. Like Jose has told many a story about Marvin Vettori being an angry guy, and there could be some yelling and some screaming in this one. I have no idea what's going to happen. There could be some serious tomfoolery going on between these two guys.
Also,
I love this for an ABC main event. I love it.
Talking about press conferences, if Marvin Vettori wins, that is going to be a long press conference. Dude's a talker.
Yep.
See, that's what we call Kevin Holland big mouth, but honestly, it might be Vettori.
I think it's different. Do you remember, Casey, at that Dominance Media Day when they had all the fighters on the stage and Marvin Vettori's answers were like 20 minutes long?
It became the it became the Marvin Vettori press conference. I remember there was Habib up there, there was Kayla Harrison, I think Cejudo's up there, and somehow like 90% of the press conference was Marvin Vettori. I don't know why. It's just like, what?
Because someone asked him about Izzy, and he just started talking, and I was like, dude, wrap it up.
I remember that now. That was a bad memory.
That was the last time he was like kind of calm. Like he talked a lot, but he wasn't like yelling and screaming. That's a good point.
Yeah, cuts a lot.
But he yells
weight.
and screams most of the time. Yeah,
he yells and screams most of the time. That's just him.
I mean, it's true.
Sounds like an angry Italian man.
Oh man,
he's Italian.
So we'll see what happens. He's
the
dream.
Oh yeah, the dream.
The Italian dream.
All right.
What else we got? Is Sam Alvey's UFC career on the line? Alvey's on a 4-fight losing streak. Do you believe that Alvey can renew himself at middleweight? He's had big wins at 185 in the past. Jose, you feel like it's do or die for Sam Alvey here?
Yeah, you know who else feels the same way? Sam Alvey. He said it at his press conference. He goes, if I lose, I'm not going to have a job. So if he's saying it, the answer is yes. Also, it's five straight fights, no win, right? Because the last fight was a draw or no contest or something. That was on Down Jung on Fight Island. Yeah, so normally I would say probably. Like, I don't want to say the guy's going to lose his job because I don't want to put that out in the air. But if the man himself is saying it, sure, yeah. If he loses, he's not going to be a UFC fighter anymore.
I felt like we said this a couple weeks ago with Marion Renault.
Yeah, but then now she has her retirement fight.
She has the biggest fight of her career. That's crazy.
But it's the last fight of her.
Sure it is.
Yeah, she's retired. No, I think she's gonna retire. She's like the oldest woman on the UFC roster, right?
I think the oldest fighter period. I think the oldest fighter period. I think, right?
Yeah, I think regardless, yeah.
Ever, yeah.
Ever.
So she's gonna go for that record. She's gonna beat Misha. Like, I'm going for the oldest fighter ever. We'll see her at UFC 600.
Sam's usually in some fun scraps though, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, he needs a win.
This fight's gonna be. Sorry, go on.
He has the record for most fights in a 12-month span in UFC history. Like, he didn't win them all, but he fought 6 times in 12 months. That's a UFC record.
Doesn't surprise me. He's such a savage.
The guys who have the most fights in the UFC are just
everything he could handle.
Oh, I think he's been on the bad end of some. Well, he's had some weird fights, and then I think some pretty. When he's got stopped in fights, I think we fought. Was it Lil Nog? I don't know. There's a couple of fights. Jimmy Crute maybe. Yeah, I thought the stoppage was pretty weak, but it's how it is.
But then he has a split decision over Rashad Evans on a prelim card on a UFC fight night in Mexico City. So he's got that going for him.
He's had a weird career.
All
right. Should be fun, though. Which fight is safe bet for fight of the night? Perry Rodriguez, Alvey Marquez, Alan Youssef. See, it's a good problem when we have 3 fights to choose from. And there's more. There's more than that. There's a lot of fights that could be on this list right now. But what do you think, Jose? What's your what are you putting your shekels on if you had to bet?
For fight of the night, I would say not Alvey Marquez. I think Perry Rodriguez should be on the short list for a performance bonus. I think someone's going to bed in that fight or getting their face punched in. So I just think by process of elimination, Allen and Youssef. But not because the other fights can't be good. I just think in terms of a back and forth high level fight, I think Allen and Youssef probably has the higher probability.
AK?
I'll mention the performance bonus thing too. I think either Makdessi, well, maybe not. I was going to say Bahamondes, but he missed weight, so he probably can't get it. Makdessi, I think if he beats Bahamondes, I think someone's getting smoked in that fight. So Makdessi, if he has a highlight reel, I kind of like him to maybe get a performance bonus. Fight of the night, I do think the obvious answer is Alan Youssef, so I don't want to go too far away from that. I actually think Rodriguez Perry will be a good fight, but not a fight of the night. I'm kind of leaning towards Rodriguez to outwork him and kind of be a little more technical than him. I kind of like Azure Shore. I don't know. Maybe it's just the bantamweight. You know how I feel about bantamweights. I love bantamweights. So I'll just say watch out for Azure Shore. It could be there's a lot of opportunity for excitement there. So that's kind of my sleeper for fight of the night.
Sleeper fight of the night: Jim Miller versus Joe Solecki. That fight's gonna be a grapple fest. They never. I know they never reward great high level grappling in the UFC, but crossing my fingers. That's all.
Yeah, Solecki had a standing rear naked choke in like 40 seconds in his last fight and didn't get a bonus. So
yeah, that's what I mean. Like they will get fight of the night in my heart, which is a check for $0, but I should make him choke. All right.
All those are good choices, though.
So many fans. Look at this, AK.
AK getting the love
Gabriel.
today. This is great.
Gabriel, thank you for your patience, Gabriel. I don't deserve your love. Thank you for your patience, sir, and watching.
All right.
These guys, Lude.
Oh, which one?
Lude.
Yep. Well, I think this raises the question.
Who's who?
I think this raises the who's who. Yeah. I'm clearly Donatello. I was about to say.
Yeah, I think
I'm pretty square. Yeah.
I guess Mike. I guess you got to be
Leonardo. He's the leader.
You're the leader. So now we're battling over Michelangelo and Rafael. Is it Rafael?
I mean, if Jose's got to be Rafael. He's the BA. He's the badass of the group, isn't he?
Mike.
Jose?
Michelangelo?
Jose, you're muted.
You're muted.
Rafael.
See, he's such a badass.
He's the one that gets angry all the time, and I get angry very quickly.
Does Michelangelo no?
Raphael
gets angry.
I
think you mean the red one. Yeah, you're Raphael.
You are Rafael.
The red one. Yeah, you're Raphael.
What's the size? I'll be Michelangelo.
Okay, so you're the party boy.
Yeah, Cowabunga.
You just say Cowabunga like an inordinate amount of times for adults.
And
I mentioned it. And I mentioned it many times.
That eats the pizza in one bite.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just to fix up the.
I do skateboard in the sewers too, so yeah, that's me.
Casey, I see someone. You don't have to put this up. I see someone asking Alex K. Lee specifically. Have you ever conceived, believed, and achieved anything in your life? Yeah, I conceived, believed, and achieved that I would one day be working with such illustrious and fine people as José Youngs, Mike Heck, and E. Casey Leydon. And guess what, Sagar Patel, who asked the question, it came true. So absolutely. Conceive, believe, and achieve. It works. Thank you, Jay. I know, Jeremy. I'm a nerd. I know.
Yeah,
you build the machines. I was thinking the same thing, Luke. I was thinking the same thing.
Esther Splinter.
If we're breaking off from just the four, if we're breaking off from just the big four, I have to be Usagi Yojimbo. He was the best character.
Oh yeah,
Stan Sakai. He was the best character, hands down.
Some Stan Sakai love.
I would love to be Bebop.
Not Rocksteady. Why Bebop specifically?
Bebop was the warthog, right? And was
Rocksteady's the rhino.
Yeah, so I thought that makes sense.
Okay, I think you're right.
I'll be Casey Jones.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
With the goalie stick and the mask.
Oh, and we bring in Laura Senko to be our April O'Neil.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right, that's a great question. All right, we're done with the show.
Excellent. Exactly. You should have saved that for the end.
I know.
We'll see you tonight.
That was wonderful.
All right. Here we go.
Interesting.
Thoughts on Jack Shore and his fight against Hunter Azure? Feel like he may be the Gregor Gillespie of the bantamweight division. His grappling looks incredible. So, what do you think of that comparison, Casey? Could Jack Shore be the Gregor Gillespie of the bantamweight division?
I would Merab be the Gregor Gillespie already of the bantamweight division?
Is it the Habib? I guess is he the Habib?
Or maybe he's a Habib.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go. I guess you start out Gregor Gillespie and you have to graduate to Habib. So yeah, if Jack Shore can win in a Gregor Gillespie-esque performance in a few hours, yeah, I can see that. I never really thought about that, but yeah, it's Gregor Gillespie on that level where we give other fighters, Gregor Gillespie-esque qualities.
I mean, at this point in their careers, I think it's a pretty good comparison.
I'm just trying to think who are the other comparisons. I mean, I don't want to start getting into that because I think some of these bantamweight guys have their own distinct style, and I don't know. I don't know if I want to get into that, but I don't mind it. I think if we're just saying, does he have the kind of grappling to be a top 10 guy? Absolutely. I mean, it's always a strong base to work from. I like Hunter Azure though too. I'm definitely not. If this question is geared towards like, do we think Jack Shore is gonna like be a star tonight and just take out Hunter Azure? Could this is one of those coin toss fights for me. I like Jack Shore a lot. I think I picked him, but sorry. Ringing phone. One.
Was that a wait? Was that a landline? Was that a landline?
Zach Morris's phone.
All right. Listen.
Wait, hold on.
I'm gonna place the landline. I'm gonna place the landline right now. Sometimes I need to make discreet call. Oh no, it's the opposite. I wouldn't use a landline if I was making discreet calls. What was I saying?
I haven't heard one of those things in such a long time. That was so weird. Are you in a call center right now?
I also have a rotary phone in the next room. Hunter, what's sad to me is there's probably a bunch of people watching who are like, what the hell's a rotary phone?
Remember when your friends have like 9 in their number? Like, no, I'll never call you if you have a 9 in forever.
Hunter, people have no idea what we're talking about. Hunter Azure is a good fighter too. So Jack Shore very high, but very high on Hunter Azure as well. Could be a win for him. So there you go. That's the point I want to get to.
Hold on one moment.
Yeah, I'm with you, AK. Like I like Jack Shore has been super impressive, but this is definitely his toughest test, no doubt about it. It's just the toughest test of his career. No disrespect to Nolan Hernandez and Aaron Phillips and some of the guys he fought and Von Lee and some of the dudes he fought in Cage Wars, because they're all very good fighters in their own mind. But Azure's a very promising prospect, has been for a long time. I remember when he finally got his Contender Series shot, I was like, ooh, this kid is somebody to watch. But the Kelleher knockout definitely kind of knocked him back a few notches. But
it's going to.
He's a good fighter. Yeah, he got caught, and that was a good first round too. It was pretty back and forth, but that's a good fight. But yes, if I will say that if he, are we 100% sure this card is on ABC? My guide is still showing it's on ESPN. The prelims, not the first fight. The first fight between Impica Zaganai and Sasha Platnikov is only on ESPN Plus. The prelims that start at noon are going to be on ESPN and ESPN Plus. And then at 3 Eastern for the main card will be on ABC and ESPN Plus. So there you go. Hashtag the listings king.
Simple. So simple.
All right. Oh, you're gonna say one more thing about Jack Shore, Mr. Heck?
If he goes out there and submits Hunter Azure, yes, I will take that comparison all day long.
Cool. All right, got a couple more minutes before we go to the fights. Hold on one second.
Got some quick hits.
Quick hits
before the Venom era officially begins.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Duval, yes. Duval. Sorry, there's a late Duval. I should have said.
Hey,
sorry,
somebody's on the phone, AK. Don't be too loud.
No. Listen,
too early for that.
Listen, we said this yesterday. I apologize to Jose. That's the last Duval, because Jose will actually be in Jacksonville soon, and we said I think no more Duval. People can say it in the comments all they want, but we will no more Duvals from us until Jose is in Jacksonville. So I take that Duval back. I appreciate this. City of Bridges. Hey, you know what's funny? I actually still use a iPod. I still use an old iPod, like one of the big 360 gig ones. I still use those.
I bet you use like a Zune or something.
No, that was too advanced. That was after. That was too advanced.
Oh, okay.
My wife still uses like the little tiny one with like no screen. I don't know why. No idea.
The one
that goes for runs and stuff.
The
little guy.
The mini,
the Nano.
The Nano,
the mini guy.
I remember the Nano.
Yeah. We're just like, why? Get something else. No, all my music's on it. It's tiny. It's small. I'm used to it. Okay. Does Holland go to welterweight still with the win? I think he can get a top 10 fight in welterweight with the win. That's an interesting question. That's a really interesting question.
Yeah. So
if he beats Marvin, he's the number 6 or 7 guy in the world right now. What is Marvin? 3? Is Marvin 3 right now? Where's he ranked? Or is he higher than that? Is he 6 or 3? I'm confused.
Marvin is 6.
He's 6. So Kevin Holland was a top 10 fighter heading into the Brunson fight. He's not a top 10 fighter right now, I don't think. So he'll
He's
be
number 10.
He'll probably be higher ranked than he was before the Brunson fight if he beats Marvin Vettori.
Which is weird. But
interesting.
But I think the answer to this question really is if Holland wins, who the UFC offers him at welterweight. I think that's really the question. If they offer him a top 5, either way, I think he fights if he wins in a few hours, he's either fighting a top 5 at middleweight next or a top 5 at welterweight. Would you agree, or do you think in welterweight they don't put him as far ahead?
They won't. It's there's too much traffic up there right now. They would give him like a fun. They'd give him like a fun test. Yeah, they'd give him a fun test. Like they would if Mike Perry beat Daniel Rodriguez and Kevin Holland won and said I'm going to welterweight. That's the fight they'll make. They'll make something like that.
Yeah. Then why would Kevin Holland
guy with a name?
That'd be weird for Kevin
Holland.
Holland.
Hates Mike Perry.
Oh,
he wants that fight.
Okay, then it's more of a grudge, a beef fight than really a fight that makes sense ranking wise.
Or if Hamzat needs a fight because Neil Magny's booked up.
That's another interesting option.
Yeah,
that's another interesting option. I will say this: it all depends on what Kevin Holland wants. Okay, if he really wants to if he wants to take time between fights, if he's like, I'm going to take 5 months off and go to AKA and train with DC and work on my wrestling and all that stuff, then I believe his next fight will be at welterweight. But if he continues this, if he's Kevin Holland and just wants to keep fighting, it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. He'll just keep taking fights at 85 and filling gaps and getting paid.
My prediction, Kevin Holland loses the close decision, but then next week, Kelvin Gastelum stubs his toe. And we have Kevin Holland again fighting Robert Whittaker. He somehow beats Robert Whittaker, and then in 1 month from now we have Izzy versus Kevin Holland. Main eventing International Fight Week in Vegas. Just saying.
It's officially we are going down rabbit hole after rabbit hole here. That officially means that it's early, and officially means that it's about to start, right? I think we're about to get cooking.
Oh yeah.
Sasha Palatnikov versus Impa Kasanganay at 170 pounds. That will begin things right about now. And then Vettori Holland will cap us off, and then we'll see you right after that. So thank you for watching the People's preview show, the People's pre-fight show. So for AK, Casey, Jose, I am Mike Heck. Enjoy the fights, everybody. We'll see you on the other side.
Wave, AK. AK, wave. Jeez.
The show is starting.